Hello guys, welcome back. Let's go through Databricks secrets in this video. I will show you how you can create secrets in Databricks CLI and use that into your Databricks notebook. Let's create a scenario that you want to use LangChain and OpenAI in order to do some LLM steps. What you need to do is first get the OpenAI API key and then utilize that in order to run the OpenAI models. How the video will proceed is first I will just show you how you can just copy paste the OpenAI API key into the notebook, and then how you can utilize Databricks secrets in order to make that particular API key secret, let's say that way, and also how you can provide the permission for that particular API key to your colleagues so they can utilize that API key without having to know what is the API key. Let's get started. This is the notebook that I'm going to follow. Make sure that you have your cluster started already and attached to your notebook. Let's install LangChain first. This is how we do things. We need to install something. And by the way, this is the free trial of Databricks. And in the community edition, we didn't have Python libraries. If you go here, all the Python libraries that you have installed will be loaded here. It is now installing LangChain, but here as you can see it says all notebook cluster runtime. You can filter based on that. Now it is of course installing LangChain, but here you can just go ahead and type anything you want. Let's say that if there is numpy installed or not, you can just run enter and okay, it is loading here, but it says here okay, numpy 1.2 1.5 is already being installed. Now we install LangChain. If I go here and type LangChain, as you can see it's already shown here that okay, there is LangChain installed. This is good part of new Databricks environment, not in the community edition, where you can quickly check what is the Python library that is being installed. Okay, now our LangChain is being installed. What we can do is first we need to provide the API key. This is the website from where you can get the API key. I will provide the link in the description. You need to create a new secret key and you need to give some name. Maybe let me give it okay, spelling mistake, Databricks, just to know that where I'm using this. I will create the secret key. I'm showing you the secret key now because I am going to delete this as soon as this video is being created. Now I can go to Databricks website, and here instead of this OpenAI API key, what I can do is paste that API key. And when I run this particular thing, now I have my OpenAI API key that can be used in one of the example. Let me make this bigger. What I'm going to do here is import OpenAI from langchain.llms, and it is going to be imported here. Okay, that's done. I can say LLM equals to OpenAI. That's just the wrapper. It says here could not find OpenAI package. I'm just showing you from the raw so that you know what are the things you need to do. It says here pip install OpenAI. Although you are working with LangChain, you need to also have the OpenAI installed. How you can do that again is go here pip install OpenAI. I can run shift enter and now the OpenAI is going to be installed. Yeah, that's done. Now I can go here and say LLM equals to OpenAI. Let's say that because I haven't provided anything here, let's say what are the default parameters. In order to do that, you can just print the whole object. If I run this print LLM, as you can see here, it says that the model by default it is using is text DaVinci 003, temperature 0.7 and all the different things. If you want to use other models than this, you need to change here the different model name. I'm not going to go through that. This is just the example here. What I want to do here is okay, what would be a good company name for a company that makes colorful shorts? I will just print the what the output it gets. It says here something. Let's wait. Okay, vivid threads. Great. Let's not go through the answer, but the idea what I'm showing you. Okay, you did something here, but what you did first is provided this OpenAI API key. And now let's say that you want to share this notebook to someone else. You cannot provide the OpenAI API key because this is being exposed. How to deal with that in Databricks? There are many ways to deal with this using different things apart from Databricks secrets. But as I'm showing you the Databricks series, I'm going to show you how you can achieve this with Databricks secrets. How to keep your secrets or API key in the Databricks secrets? That's the main question you might be asking. For that, we need to configure the Databricks CLI. Or let's say that there are two ways how you can achieve that. One is Databricks backed, meaning that you can have your data, your any secrets being managed by Databricks CLI itself. And next one is with the Azure Key Vault. And I'm not going to go through Azure Key Vault here because we need to have the Azure account being created, but I haven't showed you that. But the main idea here is we can create the secret scopes and many secrets within that scope and store in Databricks database or in the Azure Key Vault. But in this example, it will be the Databricks database. And secret scopes have ACLs, meaning, as I said you before, we can provide permissions to other colleagues also in order to use that same API key. For that, what we need to do, I have opened the terminal here. First, make sure you have a Databricks CLI installed. For that, I have already shown you in my previous videos, but you can just go and copy this call command and install it. You can copy this, go to this terminal, but make sure first you have the call installed because we are going to use call. And if you are using the GitHub code space, it's already installed. And we can just, I have already installed, but just to show you, install and provide sudo in front of sh because that's what we need. Okay, it says here target path already exists because I have already installed Databricks CLI. How to know that it is installed? You can just type Databricks and there is something shown here. That means that it is installed. But by just showing this, if I now, let's say if I now do Databricks clusters list, okay, it says that, okay, there is no config file being created. Why? Because we need to now connect the Databricks CLI with our Databricks account. How to do that? We can type Databricks. We need to configure. So we can just type configure and enter. It asks us the host. What is the host? You can go to your Databricks website and on the top you will see your URL. Just copy that and now go back to your terminal and just remove this HTTP part, Control V. You will get these things in your URL. Just press enter. Now you need to have the personal access token. What is the personal access token? Again, you need to go to this email address. It will be showing your email address. Let's open this in the new tab. It's opened here. And inside this developer, if you go, there is this access tokens. Manage. You need to create new one. You can give a name. Let me say it is Databricks secrets. Just for example, after how many days it will be deactivated. You can just provide anything here. Okay, let's just put the normal 90 days. Now it is being created. You need to copy this because as it is mentioned here, it won't be able to see it again once that is gone. I will say done. I will go to the terminal. Here I will just do Control V and enter. Now it is connected to our Databricks account. If I go here and type clusters list, it will show, okay, there is one cluster. This is how we can configure this. But the main part of this video is the database secrets. If I go here and just type Databricks, sorry, spelling mistake again. As you can see here, there is something called secrets here. Let me go up here, Databricks, and there is secrets. What is it? The secrets API allows you to manage secret scopes and access permissions, as I said you before also. If you want to see if there is already some secrets or not, what you can do is, let me clear the screen. You can type Databricks secrets. What happens if you type this? It will just show you the same thing that it showed before. But now you can see there are different available commands. It says here create a scope, delete ACL, delete scope, and all the different things. And there is also this list scopes. Let's try what we have already some scopes or not. I will clear the screen. Up arrow to go to there, and it says list scopes. Spelling mistake. Yeah. So if I run list scopes, it shows here scope, backend, type, but it's empty, meaning that we haven't created any scopes. Let's create some scope and then put our OpenAI API key inside that scope. So let me clear the screen and you can go to these secrets. I will go here and we need to create the scope. There is the command for create scope and we need to name the scope. I can just give here maybe test scope. Let's see if it works or not. Okay. it created some scope now. If I go inside this now, let's say I have list scopes. Now it is going to show us the test scope, and you can see now here the backend type is Databricks. As I said you before also, there is two different types. One is the Databricks backend, next one is the Azure Key Vault. Okay, we created the scope. Now what we need to do is put that OpenAI API key into this scope. So what we can do for that, first we need to have the OpenAI API key. I have already created here. You can just copy the OpenAI API key. Now I can go to the terminal, and what I can do here is, so the good idea is to take help from the CLI itself. Let's say that I want to have Databricks secrets, and I want to put something inside it. When I run this, it shows here that we can put ACL and put secret. I need to put the secret. I will show you the hint how you can take out of the CLI itself. I will go to Databricks secrets and I will run this put and then the secret. And I will type here help. As you can see here, it shows here the flag is -h or -h. I will provide the help. Let's see what it provides. If you see here, it says add a secret, and this is how you can add. It says here you need to type Databricks secrets, put secret, and the scope, meaning you need to give the scope, and there is this key, meaning you need to provide the key. And then in the flags, as you can see here, it says help or bytes value string, or it can be string value or something like that. That's how you can get the help. What I'm going to do is I copied the OpenAI API key. Now what I will do Databricks secrets, as it is says here put secret, and then I need to give the name of the scope that I created, that is test scope, and then I need to give the key. Let's say that I want to give the key open AI API key. That is the key. And what is the value you need to give? As it says here dash dash string value. I will give here dash dash string dash value and then paste the key that I copied. This is how you can get help. If I run enter now here, okay, that's done. That means that we now successfully put our secret OpenAI API key inside that scope. That's how it works. Now let's say that we want to list this. If you scroll a little bit, it says here we can list the secrets with the list secrets. You can just go here and type Databricks secrets, and I want to list the secrets from that particular scope. If I run this cell, as you can see here, we get the key OpenAI API key, and when it is created is the timestamp, but we don't see the value here because that is the value we want it to be stored secretly. Now I can use this particular key in my Databricks notebook. Let's go to the Databricks notebook. Instead of providing the value here, what we can do now is, let me actually reattach this so that we don't have that particular value that we imported here before. Now what I can do, by the way, when I detach and attach, what happens is the OpenAI key is now detached from this particular notebook. Now let's load API key from the Databricks secrets. If I now expand this, I have provided here OS environment OpenAI API key, same as what I did here. But now instead of hard coding the API keys, what I'm doing here is dbutils.secrets.get, and I need to provide the scope name. As you can see here, the function says get takes two parameters. One is the scope and the next is the key. This is the test scope is the scope name, and the OpenAI API key is the key that we gave for that secret value. When I run this now, as you can see, it is now loaded. It says your OS is not defined because I need to provide OS in order to provide this. What I can go here and do import OS. Now it should work because I just detached the cluster, meaning that all the things that I imported has gone away. And now maybe this also doesn't work because I need to install the LangChain because I detached that. What we can do is just go here and then install LangChain. It will take some time to install here. Okay, it takes the one that is already cached there. And what we can do now is, if I run this again, okay, we have langchain.llms import OpenAI. Again, we need to also install the OpenAI. I will install the OpenAI and it will take some time because this is okay and now this is okay. Now I can say LLM equals to OpenAI. I will just initialize this again and then print this. As I said before also, you can change if you want to change this. And now if I want to run this, okay, we have rainbow threads. But you get the idea now. When I share this notebook also, nobody knows that, okay, what is the OpenAI API key that I have been using here, because that is encrypted behind the scene. And if you just want to print this, let me just show you that also. I will just copy this part. Let me open a new shell here and I will just paste it here. And if I run this, it will show here redacted, meaning that it does not provide us the key that we provided from the terminals. Now we know how to load it, but how can we delete those things? Now we create it here, or maybe before that also, I will just show you the command how to do that. But let's say that your friend is also working on the same workspace, and so you want them also to use the same OpenAI API key. How can you do that? If I again go here and type Databricks secrets, you will see here that there is this list ACLs and put ACL, meaning that you can create and update an ACL, and also you can list what are the ACLs there. How you can do that? This is how you can do Databricks secrets. You can put ACL and the name of the scope and provide the email address of your friend, and then give them the access. Do you want to give them the read access or manage or something like that? You can provide from here. Just if you just want to see what is the ACL, you can just do Databricks secrets and you can just type here list ACLs. If you run this, it will throw us the error because we haven't provided the scope. If I go here again and now if I provide the test scope, as you can see here, there is the permission manage and I am the one who has the permission to manage this. But when you provide the ACLs with your colleague's email address, it will also show here that, okay, permission read or write or manage what you provided, and then the email address of that particular person. That is how you can do. Now, let's say that you want to delete the ACLs or delete the secrets or also delete the scopes. How you can do that is you can just type the same things, Databricks secrets always in the beginning, and then you can delete the secret, delete, and you can type here secrets. But from where you want to delete? From the scope of the test scope, and you need to also provide the key from where you want to delete. Our key was Open AI API key. This is how you can delete. There is some error maybe here. Let's say it said the secret OpenAI you are managing sectors this. Okay, it is showing some error here, but let's first go and see what is the API key or what is the secret we have now. I will just clear this. This is what you do, like you just type something, it's wrong, you just go ahead and run different things. What you can do here is maybe, let's say, what is the things that we have. I can just say here list secrets from the test scope. Okay, I have OpenAI dash API dash key. How I want to delete this? Let me see if I write the wrong command. Okay, that's correct, but it's showing some error for me. That is Databricks secrets. Okay, again something wrong with just a small thing. I need to provide delete secret only, not the secrets, and the name of the scope and the AP and the key that we provided. If I run this now, okay, it's successfully there. And now if I list the ones with the command, okay, that is null, meaning that we don't have any secrets there. Now let's say that you want to also delete the scope. Same command, not same but similar command. What you can do, instead of delete secret, you can write delete scope and give the name of the scope. If I run this, it's successful. And now if I do the first command as I did before, let me list the scopes. Okay, there is no scope and there is no backend type. As I said you in the beginning also, you can also use the Azure Key Vault in order to manage the Databricks secrets. So for that, what you can do, if you go to the URL here and remove the later part, and after this what you can type here is secrets and again the slash, and you can write create and capital SCOPE. If you type this and run enter, it will redirect to a new URL. As you can see here, it says here, okay, create scope, and it says here create secret scope and a key for secrets that is identified by the name and the backend by a specific store type. So you can provide the scope name here, you can provide who is the creator, all users, and you need to provide the DNS name and the resource ID from your Azure Key Vault. As I said you before also, I haven't created the Azure account, so I cannot show you this, but you get the idea. If you want to go through this way, this is good in a way, because let's say that you want to have the key rotated at some time, then this is really good idea also to go, because you created the key in your Azure Key Vault and then create a scope from here, so that you can manage your secrets from there also, which is not backed by Databricks backend, it is backed by the Azure. That's how you can also create the scopes using the Azure Key Vault. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you learned something new today, and if you want to go in depth, I will provide the link also in the description about the secret scopes. You can go through this and learn more things, but I hope on a high level I covered all the different things that you need to know about Databricks secrets. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.